What is going on, everybody? It is Aaron here with the Rookie Heat, coming at you again with another lightsaber review. This one is a pre-order of mine. I kind of just, have been wanting this particular design of saber for a really long time, but I just really haven't crossed that bridge yet. There's always just something else that I would rather have, or just deals that have kind of fell in my lap. But in the end, my dream was realized, and today I received my pre-order. This right here is the Peacekeeper from Darkwolf Sabers. It is Qui-Gon Jinn's hilt. Now, right off the bat, the things I noticed when I took it out of the box was, oh, and by the way, before we even get started, I received another one of these. I'm starting to think this is fairly standard for Proffie Neopixels when you get it. I could be wrong on that. I really just don't want to hold the company accountable for always giving it to people and then people are upset. But my past two Proffies that I've ordered through Darkwolf Sabers has come in one of these cases. So Proffie Neopixel, the one thing that I noticed as soon as I pulled it out of the box was how big it is. Not overly big. It's not like an Ultra Sabers hilt where it's just absurdly big. This is perfect. It is a perfect two-handed saber, which, when I watch Star Wars, Qui-Gon does use two hands on his hilt. Now, I do not have another Qui-Gon. I don't have any of the other companies that do a Qui-Gon Jinn. So I don't really have a frame of reference on the size of what usually they look like. But this one, it's over 12 inches. It has to be. Now, one thing about this... my last Proffie Neopixel from Darkwolf, I was a little disappointed by the low quality of the volume on the speaker. Not the case with this one. I'm starting to wonder if maybe it was just a faulty board. I don't know. It works well enough. I don't seem to have an issue with it. Everything else works. It's just a little low on the sound. But this one is a monster. It really does have that good sound, the good bass that you want to really, mimic that hum of a lightsaber. You want it to feel real. We all know it's a plastic tube. We're not sitting here deluded thinking that we're actually holding a lightsaber, but you want it to at least feel that way, especially when you're paying this, this kind of money for lightsabers, because any lightsaber, I don't care what company it comes from, if they're this quality, then they're going to cost you a pretty penny. This one here, around 400 or so, give or take. I believe I was one of the first people to get this. I'm sure there were other people, but as far as I know, I was the only one posting on the message boards today about having one of these. Some downsides real quick. It is a bit of a fingerprint magnet, but that's by no means a deal breaker. But especially right here on the silver part of the hilt, that will pick up a lot. Now, this chrome right here, I was a little upset that there isn't the red button here, even if it's just an aesthetic. I just kind of wanted it there. But, when you start this thing up, it's still got the red switch, so we're good there. In the box, you receive one of these. It is a nice little saber stand, which has been really great, especially with my Fallen Order hilt that is super long, and it's just really awkward in some of the small acrylic saber stands that I have. So this is a nice addition. You're also dealing with a belt clip here. I've never actually received one of these. This was not in my Fallen Order hilt. So that's really nice to get. Of course, you got your instructions, your retention screws, Allen wrench, all that stuff. And then you come out to here, and this is your this is your Neopixel blade. Your Neopixel blade, I always like to go through this if you're not familiar. Neopixel, the difference between that and a baselit saber is exactly what you would imagine, which is baselit sabers have an LED or multiple LEDs inside the hilt. And then it just projects through an empty tube that reflects off all the material on the inside, off the end and everything. And it keeps a nice even flow. I mostly like to use those for dueling. These are more for spinning and for show. Now I know plenty of people that duel with their Neopixels, and I'm sure I'll get brave enough to do it one day, but just not yet. You know, it is threaded completely throughout with LEDs, unlike the base lightsaber that all of them are inside the hilt. And inside the hilt here, you've just got the soundboard and the connections at the top for the bottom of the blade. You'll notice this, instead of it being hollow, you're going to have the spiral shape right there at the end. That is the connection that will allow it to come through. At this end of this video, I will actually do a little bit of spinning like I typically do. And I apologize every time because my spinning technique is terrible, especially when I'm doing it in my room here, just because I don't have a lot of space to do it. But, you know, just to give you the idea, I like to go through the different sound fonts and the blade effects and give you an idea of what everything's about. Now, inside there, you're gonna see the speaker. This is not, I mean, all of these boards are removable. This one would just be a little more of a pain to get to, just because simply you have to take it apart. And I am not 100%, other than some retention screws, sure how to do that. I wouldn't do it. But yeah, and then I love the nice smooth pommel here. It's got a nice vent system there. I don't have to add anything to it. Everything about this hilt from the second I picked it up is just everything I wanted and more. I cannot say enough about the quality of this. I expected less, and not because LGT, I view them as a lesser company, but they are typically known for your more affordable lightsabers. And in this case, I just can't say enough about how blown away I am by it. But yeah, solid sound, solid board. It's got the standard sound fonts. You get your blade plug, you get your stand, you get your case, you get your little belt clip there. You get all your instructions, and then you get your blade. If you're also not familiar with Neopixels, they are exceptionally more expensive, the blades and the hilts, but the blades is the part that that's the thing that keeps me from wanting to duel with them, because they do cost anywhere between 80 and 120. It depends on what grade and who you buy them from and whatnot, but either way, it's not the $20-$30 that you're going to pay for a standard polycarbonate blade on a base lightsaber. Alright guys, well, I am Aaron with the Rookie Geek. This has been the Qui-Gon Jinn, the Keeper. And I just, you know, I always gush about my sabers because I'm a freak for them, but I mean, the detailing on this hilt and then the size, I mean, right there, I mean, you can just tell it. I mean, I'm a fairly decent sized guy, and this right here, I mean, it's very rare if I can comfortably two-hand a hilt. You know, but with the CoverTech wheel, I mean, it makes it a little harder. But I have no complaints with this hilt, guys. No complaints whatsoever. Alright guys, well, I'm Aaron with the Rookie Geek. This has been another lightsaber review, and please stay tuned after this for my terrible spinning video, and I will see you guys next time.
Car selected.
Master Yoda.